just hit me in the head. Well, good morning and welcome back to another video. You joined me out on my newest addition to the channel. I bit the bullet and bought myself a Warrior 165. I've got my friend James out with me today. He's a new sea angler, so I'm going to try and get him into a few fish. We've travelled out to Southbourne Rough. It's about a couple of miles sort of steam from where the boat's moored. There's one other person fishing here, and we've got straight into some bream, seeing fish showing on the sonar, so hopefully, I'm actually into a fish now, I think. No, can feel them. I think they're a small stamper fish here, but I will keep an eye on the sounder, maybe move around to a few other places on the rough itself. So my first fish of the day is here, and it is a pouting. A real small stamper fish below us here. We'll give it a few more drops, and if they continue to be that small, then I'll find another area. Ooh. Yeah, a little tiny pouting, look. Hopefully he goes back. Yeah, he's gone. Pouting can be a bit temperamental with returning, especially when you're bringing them up from, what are we in, 48 foot of water here. But if you take it nice and steady, bring them up nice and slowly, then generally they go back okay. Literally every drop, as soon as it hits the bottom, we're into fish. Although they are, like I said, they are a small stamp. They like getting tangled up. So another little pouting. And somehow I've managed to hook him in the gill plate, this one. And little tiny black bream. There's plenty of fish here, but they are very small. James has got was that a pouting? Pouting. So yeah, we're on the fish. So we found some decent fish. James has just had a beautiful bream. Oh. The colours in that are incredible, lovely blues. Hold him up a bit closer to the camera so they can see, mate. It's a lovely fish. I'm going to check the size on him. Hopefully he's in size, which I believe he is. Then he'll be coming home and James is going to eat him for dinner. Yeah. So result, I've marked the spot. I'm seeing fish on the sonar now, so I'm going to go back and keep drifting over that same spot. Hopefully we can get a few more of those. I'd like sort of 3 or 4, and then we can have something to eat tonight. Awesome. So we seem to have found the bream mark. I'm catching the little tiny ones. James is educating me on how to catch fish at the moment. I'm catching little tiny ones like this. So we're just taking them on a little 3-hook, like a 3-hook flapper with some squid. There's a lot of jellyfish around today as well. I have got a video of a couple which I'll put into the video for you to see. Some quite large ones as well, actually. But these bream rigs, they are, I think it's 12-pound fluorocarbon with little chinu hooks on them. Obviously bream have very small mouths, so try and keep the hook size down. Little strips of squid sort of flapping around in the tide, and they seem to be loving it. So yeah, awesome. It's a lovely day out here, beautiful, flat, calm. We're still looking for the bass at the moment. I'd like to get us on some bass with the lures. So I'm keeping my eyes out for any birds working. What's the time now? I mean, it's 9:15 now. So we may have missed it this morning, or maybe they just weren't here, but we'll keep an eye out. We've got some other ideas as well, so let's see how we go. And we're back on the mark again. I think it's another little bream. It's flying a little bit better. Yeah, no, it is a little one. I have a habit of getting spined by bream and bass. Yeah, we're on again. Another little bream. You can see there all the fish along the bottom. That's a shoulder bream, I believe. It just hit me in the head. I got one on here. Yeah. There we're in again. There's plenty of these little pollock around. What we're doing is we're bringing them up nice and slowly. We don't want to obviously kill anything unnecessarily, so you bring them up nice and steady, and generally they will go back. The tide's just starting to pick up a little bit, so we're drifting a bit faster. What are we drifting at? Yeah, we're drifting at about a knot at the moment. It was slack tide short a little while ago, so it was easy to stay over the spot. Just drop down. I got a couple of squid tentacles on there this time. See if we can pick up a bigger one. Yeah, getting bites straight away. I'm having to hold on to something when I'm stood up. Unfortunately, I fractured my tibia the day I bought the boat. Actually, I jumped off the side of it in the car park where I keep the boat, well, where I was keeping it at home anyway, and yeah, fractured my leg. That was a good start. So we've moved spots now. We decided to come over to a sandy area that I was looking at on Navionics. We just put a couple of rods out. We just drifted with the tide, drifting at about 1.6 knots at the moment. Just got a whole side of mackerel on both rods, one rod each. We're going to give it a few minutes to see if we can pick something up. If not, then I might go and have a look at a wreck. Maybe try a bit of wreck fishing or something. Still haven't seen any birds around, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe get into some a bit later, but we're not going to be staying out mega late. Early afternoon probably, and we'll be heading back in. As where my boat's moored, it's obviously tidal, so we have to go back in and out at certain times. We could stay out till late this evening and go back in then, but we'll see how we get on. We're not sort of ruling anything out at the moment. We're just going to play it by ear. So we decided to come in the harbour because the wind's picked up a bit, and do a little bit of mullet spinning. Sorry. And I just saw a fish jump down by the boat, and I've got one. What a result! He's snagged up. So I just lift the net in, put him on the floor, we'll sort him out. There we go. My first ever mullet. Caught on a little MEP spinner, I think they're called. Tied by Mr. Tom Bagnall himself. Thank you for that, Tom, I appreciate it. And there we go. Result. Let's get him back. Straight away. Yes. We're into another one. They do fight well, I'll give them that. Oh, actually, it's a bass. I've got a little bass. There we go, little schooly bass on a mullet spinner. Not quite sure how he's managed to hook himself twice with the same hook. Little schooly bass, lovely. Straight back down. So that wind's definitely got up now. Just trying a few different retrieves, like just straight sort of spinning it along the bottom and along the sort of just below the surface, and then just twitching this one back. That's what caught the bass, sort of twitching it up and down. I have had a few follows, mullet, coming up to the side of the boat and then turning away at the last moment. I'll show you what I'm using. This is a MEP spinner. So it's a little spinner. They cut the trebles off the back and then put two hooks on there. I'm not sure what hooks they are. You'd have to speak to Tom Bagnall about that one. And then put a fake ragworm on there. You have to thread the worm up over the first hook, and then it's very similar to like a pennel setup. Well, it essentially is a pennel setup, and that's what we're catching them on. Just so you know as well, to fish in the harbour here anyway, you need a permit to fish there, and we've both got ours. So if you do come and try to have a go at this, make sure you've got the relevant tickets and stuff. You don't actually need a rod licence at this bit. We've both got rod licences anyway, but if you go further down into the river section, then you'll need a rod licence as well. There's quite a bit of boat traffic going in and out now. High tides in a couple of hours, I think, so everybody's heading out. We only came in here because we couldn't find any fish to play with. We could have gone back to Southbourne Rough and had another go with some bream and stuff, but oh, we're on again. Well, that's a better one. Oh no, it's off. Oh, that was a much better fish and I just lost it. Oh, what a disaster. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. I better sort this out. Oh, it's actually straightened the little hook at the top. Well, I better change that then. So after I lost that mullet, I haven't seen any more. We haven't had any more takes, so I think we're going to call it a day. It's what, 1:30 now. Got a 2-hour journey home, so it was good to get the boat out, put it through its paces. We did come out a few days ago, just give it a bit of a run, just make sure everything was okay. So I'm going to get the boat back, get it all moored up, get sorted, get tidied up on the boat and head home. Keep an eye out for some more content to come on the boat. I'm going to be out again this weekend. Going to try and get down here nice and early, try and see if we can get on some bass this time. It's something I really enjoy, is the lure fishing. So yeah, if you enjoy my content, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.